So I went to when I was 16 years old. I saw this band that I thought was just the coolest band ever. And they had dreads down to the floor, it seemed like, and just like totally developed and strong. And they were called Kindred, and they're out of Arizona. And I was just, well, you know, I was 16, I was a little kid watching them just in awe. And then I came up, or they finished their set, and I was just hanging out dancing, and I just thought they were the coolest guys. And then years later, I was playing with Catch a Fire, opening up for them on a tour through Arizona. We had like a stretch of shows with them, and these guys came up and handed me a CD, and it was Kindred. And they were like, "Hey bro, that was an awesome set. Like, hey, we play in this band too, have the CD." I look at it, I'm like, Kindred, that sounds super familiar. And I'm thinking, I'm like, that's the band I saw when I was 16 that I thought was like the coolest band. And now they're at a show that I'm opening up for, and that was like our whole connect, and they're blessing me up. It's like someone who inspired me as a child now coming at me and being like, hey, you do this well, you do this art well, and I respect you. And it was like, I just gave him a huge hug. I was like, did you guys just play Sedona Cultural Park in 2006 or whatever? And yeah. And I was like, or 2003 or whatever, whenever that was, guys. And they're just big hugs and mad love, dude. Like, reggae is so incredible. And it comes with, like you said, it brings together adults, children, all colors, all sexes, all religious groups. Like, especially now, it's really getting, like, it's getting adopted by all sorts of subcultures. And it's okay. I think it's ready for that, you know? I think it's, like, ready to blossom and be accepted truly as the world music that it is. And, you know, like, man, I was hanging out with Tribal Theory the other day, like, those guys are all from Guam, you know, and, like, getting with them and, like, seeing how much reggae has influenced us, like, Pacific Island cultures, you know, it's like, man, reggae is so awesome, and it comes along, it's one of the only genres, like, when I think about it, I'm like, because I'm a super reggae addict, obviously, like you guys.
What's reggae? I'm joking.
I'm addicted, I need more. I love when I hear it. I heard someone on the traffic today, like just driving in traffic, one guy's playing reggae, and I smile, and I'm like, he is having such a good time. It makes me want to play reggae too, you know? I forget what my train of thought was going with that. But yeah, it just brings everyone together, and what not, you know, what not for. And it's one of the only genres, okay, I remembered it. It's one of the only genres that comes along with its own, like mentality, and it's a music, but it's also, you know, it has, I mean, if you look deeply into it, it's rooted in Rastafari, like a spiritual religion. It's got a religion, it's got a homeland, you know, it's like, it's got a diet, like, talking about vegan, you know, and vegetarianism, and all these things kind of go hand in hand with reggae, and fitness, you know, staying fit and young, and peace of mind, and positive mentality. This is all reggae, you know, and it's like, I always felt when you listen to genres that don't uplift you, why would you do that? As a kid, like, why are you going to listen to something to bring you down and depress you and hold you down? Listen to something that will put color into your life and, like, just make you smile, because, I mean, why wouldn't you, right? That's music, man. It's so beautiful. Anyway.
By far.
KKSM AM 1320. You're listening in. Lilly Lopez and Brian Zach with Synergy.
Yeah. I tried to make my voice deep. Didn't work.
You have a great radio voice.
Hey, thank you.
Lily's been teaching me lots of stuff over the last week, actually. We've been becoming great friends. I don't know if you guys know. Can I even tell them about the Facebook secret, about the audio thing?
You can tell them anything you want, except since there's one thing that I mentioned on there that we can't talk about on the air, which starts with P, ends with a P, and it starts with coffee, and what coffee does to me when I drink it. Okay. We can't mention that because FCC will find us.
That's not what I was going to talk about.
Anyways, go.
No problem. Well, yeah, okay, so she turned me on to this thing. It's the audio recorder on Facebook.
Like on the Messenger.
So yeah, if you have smartphones, you just, like, there's, I don't know, maybe everyone in the world knows this except for me, but, okay, so people are always texting stuff, but there's audio recording, and if you just record, like, a nice little 30-second bleep that would take you 5 minutes to write it out. And you just record it, and then when the other person hears it, it's so much better to hear it. And it's, for some reason, it's like, well, that's a voice note. But it's not a voice note because you don't have to deal with people's voice note machines. There's no voice box.
Yeah, and you know what? And it's like you were mentioning way earlier about face contact. A lot of times we'll be texting someone or we'll be messaging someone, and you try to joke around with them, but they get upset because you can't you know, it's not the same
Oh.
writing something down as opposed to hearing it with their tone of voice or their
Right.
inflection. And so when it's a voice message, it is way different. And then you definitely get the vibe. Like, you can hear, like, the other day, I was talking to you right when I woke up, you know? And you were like, oh, are you a coffee person? All of that stuff. And I'll talk to you later during the day, and definitely my voice sounds different. My attitude sounds different. And it's really cool. It's like, you can be, you feel like you're close right there next to anyone, you know, essentially in any part of the world, which is what phones do, but I mean, it's different in, like, messages, you know, we're, like,
That's
going
the weird
in
thing.
circles.
That's the weird thing about it. It's like, wait, this is just a phone. Wait, no, this is just talking to someone. No, it's just try it and you'll know what I'm talking about, people. I mean, just do it. And it's like, I think it's going to spread. I think just from us having this conversation and being aware of it, it's going to, like, really catch on. And maybe I always wonder, like, how is there enough space in the world to have that? I mean, I know this is on the topic of reggae, but, like, how is there enough space in the world to have how many voice messages there are just floating in the cosmos right now? Like, where does all that live?
One just got stuck on your dread right there.
I think I felt
Wipe it off.
Right here?
Yeah. Okay, you got it. Perfect.
Smeared it.
Okay.
Messy.
Yeah, man, but it's true. Like, and that function is there on your phone, so that a lot of people don't use it. I'm sure. And if you guys don't use it after this, I don't know what you're doing. But if you do use it, give Brian and I credit. Tag us on your Instagrams.
Yeah.
Synergy, Brian. Take a break with Lilly Lopez.
Yeah, just another thing for them to keep from us. You know, it's like they already have all of our texts. We might as well give them your voice too. Just give them your tonal inflection too. It's like they already have it all, people. I mean, really, come on.
It's perfect.
Just give it all away.
But hey, speaking of social media and stuff, where can we find Synergy?
Okay, so check it out. Super big hint. It's Synergy without the E. I'd like throw so many people off, you know, it's like we go and we play venues that we've been playing at for years and it's like Synergy with the E and I'm like, really, bro? Like,
spell it out.
SYNRGY. Synergy. That's the band name. Synergy without the E. So you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, all the social media networks. Facebook.com/SynergyReggae. Instagram and SoundCloud and under Synergy Band. And then our website is synergyband.com and you can find all of the links that you could ever imagine on there. It's so crazy how you have to have so many links with a band. Like, much respect to all the bands out there just making it work, man. Like, you really, I think today's artists, they have to be so much more of a pusher, you know what I mean? Like, they're not just specialists anymore, they have to generalize, like, at this stage of the game. Like, before they're really known, they have to really hone in on their business skills, and they have to do everything. Like, I can't even tell you, it's like, we're not just reggae musicians, you know what I mean? We're promoters. We're our own promoters and advertisers and marketers and website managers and designers and graphic artists. And, like, it's pretty incredible what goes into a band, and so many people don't realize that. And then the management, like, if you're fortunate enough to have a manager, like, after, 6 or 7 years, we finally just started working with management, and it's like, do that. You know, find people that want to help you, you know, because people will, you know, and people are good at it. Not everyone's good at reggae, but they want to help reggae. So many people that want to help the scene. So, gosh, and so many bands need people like that, you know.
Yeah, you know, and like you mentioned, all of those skills, it's kind of like, I don't know if a double-edged sword would be the same, like the correct term to use, but even though it's a lot more work for musicians, like, because they have to promote themselves and book and keep everything online up to date, at the same time, it's awesome because they have all of that control that before you'd need to get signed, you know?
That's a really good point.
So
that is the double-edged sword. You can do it all. And have the confidence that you can. I mean, you'll have to. And it's fun doing it. You know, like today, before coming in, all I had to do was sit and hang out with Spoon and work on my acoustic album. And I sat there and I have all the studio equipment. I just worked on tracks that people are going to enjoy. Like, I'm going to release it in the next couple months, and people are going to enjoy music that I literally created in my home out of heart, you know, out of me in my deepest meditation at home. And, like, what a blessing that is. You know, it's like, that's truly such a blessing to be able to be welcomed here on college campus without a student ID. What? And they didn't tackle me, and I actually have my dog in the studio.
the pup.
Whoa.
But I was gonna say, that like before